it's Christy here, and I'm back again with another installment of Instagram Inspired with my friend Tara, Create Life Paper Words. Be sure to check out her YouTube channel as well. Today we are scrap lifting Tracy Fox's beautiful layout and adapting it to Project Life. So when I first saw this layout, I was really drawn to the yellows and the black font. I always love a good black thicker. I really like the square grid design as well. So I'm starting off with the left-hand side, and throughout the layout I have two white 4x6 cards where I'm going to replicate some of the grid design. So for this layout I'm using Crate Paper's Good Vibe collection. This is my first time diving into this collection and I really love it. I chose this yellow paper to kind of be the bright yellow that is in Tracy's layout. The collection itself has yellow and blues and pinks and a little bit of green as well. And I really just liked the designs and the icons especially as well. So I just cut up a bunch of papers and are laying them out here. I cut the papers to be 1.5 inches square, and when I lay them onto the card, there's obviously a gap there. So I thought I would just kind of overhang some squares as well. But then I'm really torn with having that blue pattern in there as well. So before doing the layout, I picked out some washi tape because Tracy also had some washi tape in her layout just here and there. But instead of doing washi tape at the top and bottom like I had planned, I just cut this strip of wood grain because there was a lot of wood grain as well. And I did have that wood grain card picked out, but I just felt like it needed to be carried over to both sides of the layout. So for both cards, I'm going to have a border at the top or at the bottom with the wood grain, and I'm going to peel it up and rip it a little bit and just bend it and fold it and make it look a little bit more textured. And then I'm going to add the grid pattern underneath. And I do really like how it turned out. Initially when I laid it all out and glued it down, I walked away after doing this card. And at that point in time, I really didn't like it. I thought it seemed kind of forced. But when I returned to my desk to continue the layout, I really did like the way it looked. I really liked the border of the wood grain as well. So I'm just adhering those down, and it is a little bit tedious, so I hope you don't mind watching. But this layout is from, I believe, the second week in October. So I am quite a bit behind. 13 layouts to be exact, but I have all my photos printed and ready to go. And a bit of an exciting announcement. I have decided to return to YouTube and do more regular scheduled process videos. So my goal is to do a process video every Sunday. So last Sunday I posted my books read in 2017, and today Tara is joining me for Instagram Inspired. And Tara and I hopefully will have another Instagram Inspired for you next month as well. So the Good Vibes collection came with these puffy stickers that had the black, so I thought that tied in really nicely to Tracy's layout with the black thickers. I could have easily used black thickers as well, but I thought that I would switch it up a bit and just use what came with the collection. This collection came with like a gold glitter foam thicker, which is beautiful, but I'm going to save that for another layout, I think. All right, so I'm at this top right hand corner and I'm using my Instax. My goal for 2017 was to use at least one Instax on each layout, and I'm so happy with that. I'm going to continue it for 2018. I really like the way that looks. So I'm just kind of trying to figure out what to do there. Initially I thought I would use the puffy stickers as well, but I didn't want them to be like two cards on top of each other. So I went through the ephemera, and the ephemera is pretty huge for this pack. I really wish there was more small pieces. So I'm looking at the sticker sheet and I found this label that had like a craft color, so I thought that looked really good with the wood grain. So I'm kind of just trying to come up with a cluster. And I also want to use these cork pieces that came in the ephemera pack. There's 5 pieces in total, 4 stars, and then a giant ampersand. And again, I thought they paired really, really well with the wood grain. I'm not usually a fan of cork, but after watching like everyone's December daily videos, lots of people were using the cork numbers, and I really did like the way it looked. So I thought I would just accept it and go with the cork stars. And I started by stapling just one staple, and then I thought, you know what, I'm just going to do an X just to add some extra interest. And I stapled the Instax as well. And it just seemed a little bit empty above that ephemera piece that says, love this. So I had these sticker labels from Michaels in my stash that I haven't really touched in a long time. And I thought the pink matched really perfectly, and it just kind of completes that cluster. So to go off of the black thickers in Tracy's layout, I'm using the same chipboard alpha that I used in my books read in 2017 layout, just because I knew where they were and I really liked the way they looked, and I thought that they kind of replicated the white outline on the puffy stickers as well. And I love how this turned out with one letter or a number in each square. I really, really, really like how that looks. It's simple, but I just really like how it looks. So now I'm going to the bottom row and trying to decide what to do. So the pink label is from the same sticker sheet from my stash, and the yellow label sticker is from the 6x12 sticker sheet. And I'm trying to decide if the 2 labels together is enough. Is it kind of plain, or does it need a piece of ephemera or maybe a sticker or something? So I decided to go with the black puffy stickers, and I pick out the word chill. This is a picture of Adeline at our day home, and she's just like reading some books and things, so I thought that was pretty appropriate. And then that yellow sticker still seems a little plain to me. So what I end up doing is I go into my cork stash, and I very seldom use cork, so I do have quite a bit of cork. And I found this circle that says yes, and I really liked how that circle cork piece fit in the circle label. And now I'm going to the other 4x6, and this is a picture of Nora playing in the sandbox. It was quite a warm day and still light out when we got home, and Nora asked to play outside, and so I love the fact that she can play outside by herself now. She's old enough to do that with me, cooking dinner and watching from the window. She was playing in her sandbox. So I had this sticker that says, "You are my favorite," from the sticker sheet, and I thought it needed something extra, so I tried a bunch of different washies, but really did not like how it looked. So instead I used this scrap of yellow paper just to bring in some more yellow. Like I said, Tracy's layout has quite a bit of yellow in there, so wanted to bring that in. When I prepared the layout, I also found some puffy stickers, some really old puffy stickers from, I think, Dear Lizzie. And I thought the colors worked really well, but I don't end up using any of those. I also pulled these tiny word stickers that I used in my October daily, and the colors worked really well with the Good Vibes collection, so I add those in a few different places. It's seeming a little wordy to me. I also pulled the white tiny word stickers out, and I thought maybe I'd add those to the little cluster that I created there, but really didn't want to add another element, so instead I'm just using a couple stickers from the sticker sheet and calling it done. Alright, now we're on to the right hand side, and as I mentioned before, there's 2 layouts with the grid design, so I'm just replicating that and having the wood grain at the bottom this time, and laying out my squares. They are pretty similar designs, but I decided to bring in some of this greeny blue pattern because I have that card on the left hand side, so I wanted to bring some of that color to the right hand side as well. But the other patterns are pretty much the same. So I add those on there and trim off the excess just like I did on the left hand side. And at this point I really don't know what I want to do on that card. So I'm going to instead, or do I decide right away? Yeah, I think I'm just gonna, I'm gonna think about it, but I was considering using the puffy stickers that say "You are awesome," and that's what I end up doing in the end. So now I have another Instax on this side, and I just want to create a cluster. This photo really doesn't require a lot of journaling, but I still wanted a tiny spot for journaling, so I'm going to add a label. But I'm pulling some ephemera pieces. Like I said, they're quite large, and I love that paint strip ephemera piece, but it was pretty bright, so I didn't want too much pink. So instead I'm going to use similar elements to what I used on the photo of Adeline, and I bring in these cork stars. I seem to always kind of migrate down to the bottom, so I'm sorry that you couldn't see for a bit there, but I figured it out. So I'm just layering up the ephemera piece, Love You Tons, and the photo of Nora. It's a pretty simple card. I still wanted to see quite a bit of the yellow, and I really wish I had a third star cork piece, but I make do with the two that was left over from the ephemera pack. Staple those on there with an X, add a staple to the Instax, and call that one good. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and commit to the You Are Awesome puffy stickers, and I really just like the simplicity of that card and the pop of black. And I'm also going to add puffy stickers to this top photo of Adeline in the bath that says "Oh So Happy." This journaling card is from Ellie's Studio. It says Everyday Life. I thought I wanted to use that floral piece, but decide that it doesn't really fit. So I'm going to jump around as I do and add some tiny word stickers to a few different places. So that one says All Day, Every Day. And then this one says Collect Moments, Not Things. And I'm going to add that to, where do I add that to? I think I add that to that photo of Nora, maybe with the pumpkins, and she's painting. So I tie in the pink label on this side as well, and then bring in another circle cork piece. I thought of bringing in another one, but I didn't want to have two of something again. I'd rather have three. So I just leave it as the one, and it says Love. And then that card by Ellie Studio was seeming a little plain, so I added an ephemera piece that says Inspired Daily, and then bring in this yellow floral, just another pop of yellow. And at this point, oh there, I think it Collect Moments, Not Things. I added it to that card there. And right now I'm just going to put everything back in pockets and see what it looks like side by side. I like to see the balance of colors and embellishments and that sort of thing just to make sure that it looks okay. When I was putting things in the pockets, I decided that this photo really did need a label. And so I choose a sticker from the sticker sheet, and I really like how it brings in that darker green from the left-hand side. And I bring in this little vine as well, because I brought in a vine sticker on the other side of the layout. So that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed this process video and you'll join me weekly on Sundays. I'll leave a link to Tara's video in the description box, and I look forward to hearing what you think of this layout. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!